Now let's talk about how we can renovate our minds for total success. How we can gain mastery over those areas that have caused us so much stumbling and problem in life. Paul said this, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed. You see, renewing of the mind is transformational. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good, acceptable, and perfect will of God. The word renew there actually comes from a Greek word that means totally renovate. How do we renovate? We renovate through repetition. That's why I encourage people, listen to CDs or audios, podcasts over and over and over again. In Club 52, I told the people there's certain CDs to listen to over and over and over again. And I said, you know, when the breakthrough comes, when the revelation hits, it's usually the time you didn't want to hear it one more time. And those that pressed through got a revelation. Their minds were renovated through repetition. Things you hear over and over and over again. Something you've heard me say a lot over the course of the last 3 to 5 years is your inner kingdom will become your outer kingdom. Your outer kingdom is a reflection of your inner kingdom. You hear that over and over again. You've probably even repeated it to somebody because it's getting in you. And what that's doing, it's starting to renovate the subconscious, or renovate the spirit of your mind, as Paul said to do. Another thing is intensity, is being intentional and having an intensity about what it is you're studying, something that you want renewed in. For example, again, if I go back to Club 52, it was intense. I mean, man, we hit them with books, hit them with CDs, hit them with sessions, hit them with mentors, hit them with cohort groups, and we tried to make it as intense as possible so that that's all they were thinking about all the time, because there were things we had to drive out of the subconscious, and the only way you can drive things out is by driving new things in. Get new things driven in there and replace those bad things, renovate. And then the other way is rehearsal. We rehearse something over and over again. Some basketball players do this just in their mind. They will rehearse the basketball game. I used to do this. You know, people said, hey, well, you know, that's kind of cultish to be rehearsing in your mind. And I said, you know, the devil has a counterfeit for everything. When I was with Dr. Cho in 1980 up in Orchard Park, New York, he talked about envisioning. He said he only had 13 members, but he saw 1,000. That's why he preached with his eyes closed. With his eyes open, he saw 13. With his eyes closed, he saw 1,000. And he taught us the power of envisioning. And that's where I first learned the power of envisioning something. And it had to do with the subconscious, getting something into the subconscious that begins to be attracted to your life. And people said, well, that just sounds a little strange to me. Well, all I say is this. There is a movie screen on the mind of your life, and if you don't deliberately put something on it, the devil will. And so I would put on my mind, I would just see myself. I would be practicing. I wasn't a preacher then. I was trying to be a preacher then, and I would picture, and I would practice. I'd rehearse a message 3 or 4 times before I would preach it. That's a way to push it in to your unconscious, or the spirit of your mind, as St. Paul called it. So repetition, intensity, and rehearsal, these are all methods of renewing your mind.